That's a crappy figure. Okay, sorry. Alright. Hey everyone. Soundwave8084 here with another Transformers review. And yes, I'm going to release 2 in a day, hopefully more, before the kiddos get home. This house turns into a wild, wild circus full of little children running around. Okay, sorry. But before the kids get off the bus in about 40 minutes, I thought I'd go ahead and film me another video. And I'm going to be looking at Studio Series 05. Optimus Prime. Yeah, so this one is a Voyager class figure, and I just got through reviewing Deluxe class Ratchet, and so this one has 35 steps. So he is a little more complicated. Like Ratchet was very simple, very intuitive transformation. This one's there, but he's a little more floppy when you get going on him. But I'll get to that in a minute. So I'll probably end up repeating myself. So there you go. But yeah, he is very good. And he comes with the background. I didn't take it out of the box, but it's the Force Battle. Okay, this one is from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. So, it's the Force Battle Optimus Prime. So, yeah, a lot of the diorama things are a neat addition, I would say, to the stuff. I don't have the shelf space or the room to display them all that way. Also, I'm not really that big on the movie figures. One of these is because they're a little bit better in both modes, vehicle and robot. Whereas beforehand, the vehicles would look good, but the robots would be pure crap. Or vice versa. So, we'll delve into the Optimus Prime, and we'll see if he's just as good as Ratchet or better. So, let's take a look. Alright, on to Optimus Prime in robot mode. This is how he looks. And he is definitely a very nice figure. He's very, I would say slender, sleek, athletic build. So, he does look very good. And he sports his double blades here for his battle. It's just too bad you could do a feature where one turns into a hook and you can have him, like, ripping off somebody's face. But, overall, he looks really good. I prefer this kind of Optimus Prime over how he turned out in Age of Extinction and The Last Night on screen. Overall, like I say, he's very thin. Like I said, he's kind of slender. Not sure if I got the backpack right and I transformed the back. I looked at the directions, but very nice figure. Overall, he has a waist swivel, so that is nice. So he can go pretty much about halfway each way. He also has a wrist swivel, which is there, so you can actually turn his blades. Have him, do different poses with it and looks. So he's got pluses on both sides there. He's got his thigh swivels are right here behind these knee pads, thigh pads, whatever you want to call them. And he's got some good ankle articulation. It goes front, back, that's for transformation, and a little bit of side-to-side rock. And he's got good deep knee bends if he hits that little thing though. So he can kick his own back. And he's got the thighs. He can almost do entire splits. The tires getting way up top. And of course, kicking out and back is perfectly normal. He's got the bicep swivel. He's got the elbow joint. And let's see how high up he can get. Nah, just 90. He's got a head swivel. Neck swivel. I'll call head. Neck, yes. He can also go up and down. And he can go left to right. Now, it does run into some problem with the thing in the back. It hits it and it kind of stops you here. And also, he's got a little bit of a chin. So, it hits the side. So, you have to raise his head up. So, you can't really have him looking down with his head to the side. You got to keep it in the middle. You can see he's got this little dip in here. Otherwise, he is a very posable figure. And he's also very nice. Only problems I would say about him in robot mode, and it's also a complaint in vehicle mode, is I think his reds and that his grays are a bit too dark. It comes off as a very, very dark gray and also a very, very deep red. On camera, I've noticed here that it actually makes the reds look a little bit brighter. But in person, on my copy at least, the grays and the reds are very dark. But to show a little bit of scale with him, this is him with the Deluxe Class Ratchet. With his wobbly hips. Jesus, dude, stand. Okay. And just for a little bit of fun with some other movie figures. This is him with the Last Night's Voyager Megatron. Megatron does tower over him. Optimus ends at about top of his chest. And that's really how it should be anyway. Megatron is supposed to be bigger based on movie scale. And of course, this Optimus Prime has more articulation than this Megatron, but I still think this is probably one of the best movie toys I've owned. And here he is with the Last Night's Optimus Prime Voyager. You can tell this Optimus Prime is bigger, but you lose out on some of the articulation. He does have some. He does have the waist swivel, and one thing he does not have is the wrist swivel, and there's no ankle movement going on. But this isn't a bad Optimus Prime either, but I prefer the classic movie Optimus Prime overall. And this is a good little, I kind of want to back there. All around, I mean, he looks good all around. Honestly, there's really no problems in mine. Face sculpt and everything does look good. I'm trying to get it to focus on his face. See, he's awfully dark. Get some more light. Transformation is a little bit more complex. A little bit more. I say a lot more. And when you try to do his arms, and you have to come out with the chest here, and you form in front to make the front of the truck, things get wobbly and move around. You try to tab it in, and the tabs don't always stay tabbed very well in my copy anyway. So it starts flopping and coming apart, And I said, that's one of the things I said in the Ratchet review, is that these figures look good. All the figures I have opened and touched look good. It's where the tabbing in is probably the worst part on these figures that I have noticed. Optimus Prime actually does not really have any parts that are bad at tabbing in. Nothing to the way Ratchet is. But on my Starscream copy, which I'll get to review on him, he has one tab that does not stay tabbed in. But when you get him into jet mode, it stays tabbed in based on everything else you do to him. But like I said, overall, I'm very pleased with Optimus Prime in robot mode, and overall as well. So let's take a look at him in his truck mode. And here's Optimus Prime in vehicle mode. And tab, tab. So he didn't really have, like I said earlier, tabbing problems as much as Ratchet. But on this repeated transformation, he has proved me wrong. The hardest part for me to get tabbed in and stay tabbed in is right here in the front, where the arms meet to form this little line here, and the grill comes in together. That's probably the hardest part for me to keep tabbed. I've actually done a better job. And that's part that gets really floppy during transformation, is getting all that, because they don't tab in well together until you get everything locked in, so it just kind of flops around. But trying to get a look at the Autobot logo. It doesn't really come through on camera. It's just all like a smear of red paint there. It's hard to focus on something so little. That's what I'm trying to say. The grays on here are very dark. They look lighter on camera than they are in person. Also, the red is deeper in person than it comes across on camera. He does roll semi-decent. He wants to curve. I think something has to do with this not wanting to tap in properly. But otherwise, he does roll. Nothing you can do on the back side here is you can tap these suckers in. There's little tabs on them here that will go into the little slots here on the back. If I can get them lined up. And I'll put them this side. And let's do the other one. And that's a good storage for his blades. But in truck mode, I do say he is a rather nice truck. It doesn't show as much robot kibble through that, just looking at it. To get such thin legs, though, you do have a gap that you can see through here. It's just to get it movie accurate to have the thin, rounded legs. It's pretty much, you're going to have to give up on that. That's really about the only thing I see that would be a problem in this figure. It's just some of the tabs are a little wonky, the floppiness during transformation, and it is a little bit more complex, but he does turn into a beautiful truck mode that there isn't really too many problems with. In size comparison, I'm going to show you with Studio Series Crowbar. And Optimus Prime definitely is longer. So I can get it actually facing the lens. So yeah. I said, overall, I'm very pleased with this version of Optimus Prime. I will still say it is better than the Last Night Optimus Prime. And it's been a while since I've handled any of the other movie figures to know if this one is better or not. Last Optimus Prime I had was a Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime, and I had the Age of Extinction Invasion Optimus Prime, which is a decent figure. I've had Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime, and then I had one from the first movie, and I can't recall those because it's been so long since I handled them. So far, this is probably the best Optimus Prime I've handled. Like I said, I can't speak for all of them, though. At least in Voyager scale size. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until the next Studio Series review. Peace out.